Good afternoon, everyone. This is the assignment presentation for ECN 5923 current issue in economics. Before we start, let's introduce our first. My name is Zheng Nan. There are my group member Qin Ziqian, Zhu Zhengwei, Zhou Yuan. The last one is Zhou Yue. Okay, so let's start. Our group is choosing RIBA for our presentations. So next is about the table of content. There are 4 sections. The first section is what is RIBA. The second section is why need to prohibit RIBA. The third section is what types of RIBA. The last section we will have example related to RIBAs. So let's move to the first section. What is RIBA? RIBA actually is a concept in Islam that refers broadly to the concept of growth, increasing or exceeding. The second is also known as a yuyu or charging unreasonably high interest rate. Another is form of riba, which is goods of different quantity or quality are exchanged at the same time. Another definition is illegal under Islamic law because it's exploitative gains and made in business or trades. Okay, let's move to the next section. Will be the next presenter show you.
Okay, so this is my part. There are 5 reasons that why need to prohibit RIBA. The first one is RIBA-based loans that exploit the poor tend to increase poverty. For example, the payday loans, which often at an annualized rate of up to 400%. And many poor people end up refinancing these loans over and over again in an endless cycle of debit and RIBA. So the headquarters only concern for the lenders of RIBA is whether the loan is repaid. They don't care about where the money comes from or what financial troubles from the people who borrow the money. And the second one is RIBA leads to excessive leverage in business, which can lead to the systemic risks and business failures. In finance, leverage means buying assets with debit. After the 2008 financial crisis, many companies failed because their debit levels were so high so that they could no longer make RIBA payment. So economics call this process deleveraging. And next one is RIBA conflicts with the spirit of brotherhood and sympathy and is based with greed, selfishness, and hard-heartedness. Rather than sharing the risk of a business or investment, RIBA sets up a lender or borrower's relationship. Bank-based financing is often targeted at borrowers who are likely to repay, no matter whether the activity is beneficial. But the RIBA-based lenders, investors entering a business, they need to believe in the potential business value to generate the profits. Since RIBA-based lenders only care about to repay the loan with interest, which hurt the relationship among people. So lenders only care about the interest. No matter what situation is, they may lend more money to you because of the huge interest. For example, when a mortgage holder defaults on a mortgage, the bank usually will repossess a family's house and push them to the street, even though the family has paid for it, but there are no home to stay. So the next one is RIBA-based investment encourage directionless and short-sighted investment rather than channeling investment towards visionary and meaningful advancement. There is a book named The Zero to One, which the author is Peter. They show that explain how the RIBA-based economy system can be bizarre. Like the meaning is at no point does anyone in the chain know what to do with money in the real economy. People actually prefer unlimited optionality. Money is more valuable than anything you could do with it. It is meant to ensure, and so the final one is ensure the equity in exchange. which is mean the ensure the people can protect their wealth by making unjust and unequal exchanges illegal. Islam aims to promote charity and helping others through kindness, to remove the sentiments of selfishness and self-centeredness, which can create social antipathy, distrust, and resentment by making riba illegal. So the law creates opportunity and context in which people are encouraged to act charity, loaning more money without interest. So that's the 5 reasons why people need to prohibit the riba. I will pass to the next presenter to present the next part.
Hi. In this part, I'm going to introduce one type of riba, riba in loan contract. This is commonly understood type of riba. It's an increase in payment from borrower to a lender over the original loan amount charged by a lender due to delay in time of payment. Note that this type of riba only applied to a loan, not a credit sale. It doesn't matter whether the increase of the loan amount is fixed at the beginning of the contract or at the end of contract if the borrower didn't pay. Any predetermined or pre-agreed increase or any extra amount over the original loan amount charged by the lender is considered riba. This would include, for example, if the borrower offered to pay an increase over the loan amount as a condition or repaying the loan because the increase is pre-agreed as a condition of the loan. This type of riba is called riba or Quran because the Quran has specifically prohibited this form of riba as it was commonly practiced in Arab society at that time. And the next part will be presented by next presenter.
Okay, I will introduce the second types of riba, which is in sales contract. It happens in sale or exchange transaction of commodity, things like date, barley, rice, oil, sugar, and cotton, and so on. Which means if two people exchange the same commodity but in unequal amounts, the extra would be riba. This type of riba is also called riba or hadith in the literatures of scholars. Because it's not directly mentioned by the Quran, the Prophet has classified it as riba in the following hadiths. Gold for gold, silver for silver, barley for barley, date for date, must be equal on both sides and hand to hand. Whoever pays more and demands more in riba. So according to this hadith, there are two main characters that qualify sales as having riba: delay in time or deferment of the exchange of commodities. The second is difference in quality in exchange of similar commodity. So to summarize this type of riba, when two similar commodities are exchanged with each other, the following two rules must be observed strictly, otherwise the transaction has riba. That's all for me. I will pass to next presenter.
At the end, I'm going to share the example of riba. The case name is Trade Your Old Jewelry. A store offers a service: trade your old gold jewelry for new gold. The store weighs your gold and check the purity. Your jewelry weighs 12 grams and is of the quality of 40K. Based on the weight and the purity of your gold, the shopkeeper offers to trade you 5 grams of 24K gold, and they will give the new gold on the spot. The question is that does the transaction involve riba? The answer is this transaction contains RIBA. So what we need to remember is that exchanging similar commodity means that both of the rules of similar quantity and on the spot transaction apply. The shopkeeper is offering to pay you the gold on the spot. So in this way, the transaction is fine. But we have to notice that you are giving 12 grams, but only receive 5 grams. Technically, in this case, the transaction is not allowed because it contains RIBA. So that's end of our presentation.
Bye bye.